Hello guys, once again welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Niai aka W.E.B. I'm so glad you clicked on this video and I'm so grateful. I just want to thank you guys for watching my video. I couldn't have made it without you guys, and I'm so glad you've been supportive, you've been watching the videos, sharing, and I really care for you guys. And once again, I salute you for your contribution to this channel. Today, I bring to you another episode, which is very sensitive issue that I'm going to talk about. All that I want to share with you. I'm an African, and I know you watching, you're also an African. But my problem is, why is the world growing faster? But it looks like Africa is still lacking. Africa is not growing faster as we expect it to be. And there are a lot of questions that we want to ask. Not even we want to ask, we've been asking ourselves, which we need answers to that. And I think one thing I love is that now the youth of Africans are now rising up, trying to push hard. Let me go straight to the point. Why is Africa poor? Why does Africa look like a poor continent? The continent where you can find the most expensive and valuable resources all over, but yet the continent looks so poor. I don't know if I'll say it's bad leadership. I don't know whether it's bad leadership. Is it our mentality? Is it our way of life? What actually is the problem? I have with me some two guys that I want them to share their views with me and also with you. This channel belongs to the two of us. And do you think Africa is poor? So I have with me, let me call him his brother. He's called Anthony. Anthony, please, can you join me? Yes, he was standing behind the camera. So, Anthony, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
I'm so glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
I am so happy.
It's a privilege to
Thank you. All right, okay. You're an African, right?
Yeah.
Where exactly are you
I'm
from?
I'm an African. I'm from Shama and Elmina.
Okay.
The central and then western region
Which
of
is
the
in
country.
Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elimina has a lot of history about Ghana when it comes to the slave
trade
and all those kind of things. Do you
Yeah.
think Africa is poor? Are we really poor?
That's a very interesting question, But I sincerely think that Africa isn't poor. That is what we have been made to believe, that we are poor.
All right.
Because if you check out what we have, we got all the resources that we have to succeed and to make it. But I think one main thing that is affecting with the Africans is our mindset, it's our thinking. We have been made to think that you have to travel before you can make it and then all those kind of things, which is a false teaching,
Seriously.
And
okay.
the main thing is that we have been brainwashed into thinking that the white man has all the solutions to our problems.
Okay.
And if you really check, we are our own problem. We've enslaved our own mind.
Why are we our own problems?
Because we think that we can't be creative enough. We can't bring out the solutions ourselves. So we end up bringing other people from different continents to come and then help us. That is what is really causing our downfall here.
You are saying, are you trying to tell me that Africa is not poor?
No, if you really look, okay, I'm into the construction field and I'm going to be a bit construction biased, okay. When you come into the construction field especially, all right, one thing that really disturbs the engineers and then all those people is water. Okay. And if you look at our economy and our system, we have Netherlands that they are literally living on top of water.
I see.
But you come to Ghana, you come to almost every part of Africa, and then we are living on solid land.
Where when you throw any seed can just grow.
I'm telling you, where you can build the infrastructure within a very limited time space, and yet see what's happening. But I think one major thing also boils down on our leadership in the country.
Okay.
It's a very big concern for us.
What makes you think so?
Because this is our shepherd. Let's say I have the shepherd, okay, and the sheep, we follow the shepherd.
Okay.
Normally, okay, and then our shepherd is leading us into the ditch. Our shepherd is leading us into the hands of the very people who are
the lions.
Who are brainwashing us, who are giving us the negative mindset that Africans there's nothing good that can come out from Africa. And it makes, and surprisingly, I've really been surprised when I get to speak to people, pardon my language, okay? When I get to speak to people who haven't really gone further in education-wise, and you get to ask them certain questions, they tell you that, I mean,
How will you do well?
brony,
We need
no,
the white man.
wabesi your country number, here brony na, with me abaye and all these things, and it saddens my soul to the extent that we can champion this cause and try and then do it ourselves. Look at China. Look at China. When they came to their senses and learned that the Europeans and the Americans are invading their privacy, they are actually utilizing their resources to make themselves rich.
Yeah.
Look, now China is the number one.
But do you know, because they don't want cultural influence, to me, that's what I see. Because they don't want cultural influences from outside their world, they blocked Google. YouTube is not working there. Like social medias, that will bring, let me say, social medias from the outside world. You know, because if they don't block that thing, they will get influence from outside. All these things are not working there.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You know, because, and I strongly believe that aside the fact that they don't want to entertain any foreign cultures and all that, I strongly believe that they had a certain belief in themselves that they can make it.
But do you think that, I'm not saying we are, but do you think Africans are lazy or the youth are lazy? Or is it because our education system is not right that leads to our poverty?
Well, you know, we can go into different facets when it comes to why we are poor. But I refuse to believe I'm poor anyway.
I like
and
that.
I refuse to believe that you are poor
Of
either.
course, I'm
But
rich.
if we are coming to this question that you just asked me concerning, well, you know, when you have a desire to succeed, or when you have the belief that you will succeed,
Okay.
the means to succeed will pop up.
Of course.
How you make it will definitely pop up.
There is a saying
But-
that necessity is the
Mother of
all
invention. And here is the case, we Ghanaians, especially the youth, we've come to believe get away quick schemes. And these things make us just tend to want to be there, and manna is going to fall from heaven.
Which it will be so.
But that is never going to happen. I mean, we have to champion the cause. That's why it first starts with our mindset, like I keep saying, our mindset. Even the Bible tells us that we should be transformed by the renewal of our minds.
Yeah.
Our mindset is the very first stage that we need to change.
Wow.
When we change that and have the belief that we can make it, we can do it ourselves, that energy that makes us, we don't use it, and because of that, we are just there waiting that things will happen. And I also just want to say this thing. I go to church, don't get me wrong, okay? But I want to say this thing. I don't agree and I don't believe in that. People think Christianity is a white man's religion. No, it is never a white man's religion. But on the other hand, some Africans, we have taken it that we need to be in the church
24
Monday,
hours.
Tuesday, Wednesday, morning,
Charlie,
afternoon, evening,
this
morning,
is
afternoon,
sensitive.
evening, morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening, and then it's all going to happen. No. My brother, God says that we should work.
Of course.
And we are even being told we should look at the ant.
As an example.
Exactly. Look at the ant. During the times that there is no rain and all that, it stores up food. So when the rains are coming, they have something to eat.
Of course.
They work. They don't just sit down and expect things to happen. And I believe that majority of us Africans, our problem is we do believe in God, all right, but we don't act on God's word.
Okay.
Believing is one thing,
But
and acting
acting
is
is
a
another
different
thing.
thing.
It's true.
Actions and faith work together. It is never single.
Wow.
Faith, that's why the Bible says faith without works is what?
It's also-
It's dead.
it's dead.
It's
It's
dead.
dead. It's
You
dead.
need to take that effort, and God will bless your effort, and God will bless the steps. You get what I'm saying?
I'm so glad your points are so.
Thank you very
are
much.
so-
Thank you
so
very much.
Top
And
notch.
I really think that we can do it.
Of course.
Chalet,
Yes, we can.
this is our time. This is the youth. We can do it. Now we can see our leaders. I mean, pardon my language again. They are not helping.
Of course.
We got to take the mantle and do something
Of
for our
course.
future.
Of course.
Otherwise, our children and our grandchildren are just coming to suffer. Africa must rise.
Africa must rise.
We
Guys,
must rise.
Africa must rise. You know, I have one guy also who is joining us, and then I'm going to call him shortly to also share his experience with that. And let's take two. Okay, so our brother is here, and then Charlie, if you join us, make join us. It's a fresh boy, you see. You see how fresh it is. Charlie, welcome to my channel. All right, all right, guys. So I have here with me another brother,
Yeah.
Mr. Fine Gentleman.
Hi everyone.
Charlie, if you introduce yourself to my people.
Yeah, I'm Godwin.
Yes.
Godwin Ajiman.
Yes, the fine boy. So Godwin, as
Yeah.
we were discussing earlier,
Yeah.
what do you think? What's your take on that? Do you think Africa is poor?
I per se don't believe Africa is poor. I don't think Africa is poor.
Okay.
Africa is a continent. The continent can't be poor.
Okay.
That's impossible.
So,
Yeah, the continent has been blessed.
Okay.
Every continent is blessed, no matter what resources are in there.
Okay.
Every continent before it was inhabited by people was land, water, and raw materials.
Okay.
You understand? And Africa is just like any other continent in a
a
different aspect of the world.
Okay, so my
Yeah.
question is, why is it that Africa is still underdeveloping, or let me say underdeveloped?
That one is as a result of a lot of factors.
Okay, what factors can you share with
There
us?
are political factors.
Okay.
There are social factors.
Okay.
There are economic factors. A whole lot.
Okay.
Okay. So, but the one I would like to talk about basically
Yeah.
is the mindset of the people
Okay.
on the continent. You know, a lot has gone wrong in past years, like
Okay.
previous years, that has shaped the mindset of the people. You know, every place, every environment is a direct result of the people that are in the place. Okay, the fact that America is developed and Europe is developed doesn't mean that they are all developed on the same scale.
Okay.
But they are both developed.
Okay.
Now, the mindset of Europeans are different from Americans.
Okay.
So it influences how their development goes, like, you understand? But in all ways, they are all developed. Now, when it comes to Africa, that's one of our major problems, the mindset of the people. When it comes to this part of the world, this is where you get people cursing the land.
Wow.
That there is nothing in this place. People believe Africa is poor.
Words are
Africans
powerful.
believe
Words are
Africa is poor. They don't see any good thing in Africa. There are a whole lot of beautiful things surrounding us. A lot of foreigners come here
Okay.
and are fascinated with the things we have. Even our sunshine alone is enough to power Africa for a lifetime.
Wow.
We don't need electricity generated with fuel or any other thing. But then you find that we have the largest problem with electricity.
That is my problem.
So it's not
I keep asking that question.
it's not really about the continent, it's the people.
Okay, so it's the people.
Yeah, 90% of everything that goes wrong in Africa is based on the people in the land, because you have leaders in the land.
Okay.
The leaders try to do a lot. You know, leaders are just a few bunch of the whole who represent the people. Okay, yeah. So if these people are bringing out ideas and stuff trying to help the continent and the people are not supporting, do you know that if the people who are the majority
Okay.
say something, the leaders can't have control over them?
Okay.
Like if the people want something to be enforced, like Ghana, if we want the leaders to set up, we
Okay.
can really enforce them to set up, because
Okay.
we are the majority. If we should strike right now, especially the youth, the leaders would have nothing to do but to listen.
But you see, looking at how the thing is going, how the structure is, it looked like, you know, to me, I believe as a leader, leadership is to serve the people, not for the people to serve you.
Yeah.
But in Africa, it's vice versa. And it looked like the
Well-
leaders don't really listen to its people.
Yeah, it's because of also because of the mindset that I was talking about. Because see, the people are unconcerned. The people have accepted that, oh, there is nothing good in Africa. The
Okay.
leaders also come. No leader comes to promise failure. If I come, I'm coming to fail. If I come, I'll bring economic hardship, political hardship. No leader ever thinks about that.
Yeah.
Nobody is that wicked to think and plan that. everybody wants to do something, but at the end of the day, you realize that things don't go the way they planned.
Okay.
You
So
understand?
to you, Africa is not poor.
Africa is not poor.
So what do you think is the way forward?
I think the way forward is for the people in the land to change their mindsets.
Okay.
See, we have a lot of influencers. We have social media now. We see what is going on in the outside world. We don't necessarily have to go there. We see what is happening there. So what stops us from challenging ourselves to be better, to do better? See, I live in Teshi.
Okay.
And Teshi is a Ga community.
Of course, I know Teshi.
Yes, and if you are walking around the Mami, the indigenous part of the land, you realize that
Where the locals really live.
where the indigens really are, you realize that a lot of things are wrong.
Yeah.
Their lifestyle off.
They have their own world.
They live in their own world. It looks like there is no rule working there. There are a lot of places in Ghana that operate like that. So it happens like one is born into that, the person grows into that. So how can you change such a mindset of a person?
Okay.
So it starts with family. You know, it's family, it's a building block.
Okay.
Family, community, nation.
But so
Do you get it?
so you think the government, it doesn't start with the government?
No, it doesn't start with the government. It starts with the man and his wife.
Okay.
Because if the man wakes up, goes to piss in the gutter, the son wakes up, goes to piss in the gutter, the mom comes, throws urine in the gutter, bath, and they are connected their bathroom to the gutter. Everything, they throw rubbish in the gutter. The child is growing, he's seeing.
Yeah.
Now, if you are a child in Africa and you are raised in let's say, a middle income family, where maybe you live in a self-contained house, and you have your washroom inside, you do everything inside. When you come out and you see these things, you are surprised. You are amazed. If someone asks you to go and urinate in the gutter, you feel shy.
Of course.
Yeah, you feel shy to do that because it's not usual to you. But someone who has lived his whole life going like that, if you tell him to stop what he's doing, he's like, what are you telling me?
Why are you trying to tell me that?
Do you get it? So it's all the mindset of the people, how we train our kids, how we live our lives, our social lifestyle. Right now, people, it's very common for anybody to buy water, drink, and leave the rubber on the floor. You can't do that outside. If you're an African and you go outside, let's say to US, Europe, London or whatever, you can't do that.
But
no matter where you are from in Africa.
The surprising story, Africans, when they travel to other countries, let's say in Europe, they are able to abide by the rules.
Yeah, because
and
you are in a...
doing it.
Nobody is doing it there.
What happens? What changed?
Nobody is doing it there.
So you can't do it.
When you go there, and you see people throwing rubbish on the ground, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's okay. Now, if a white man comes to Africa, he's observing.
Yeah.
He's looking at how the people live. Okay. He sees people throwing refuse on the ground. He's like, wow. He's surprised initially. Like, oh, okay. So this is how you people live here. Fine. For some time, he will not be able to do that. And also, as time goes on, he will be like, what else? What can I do? Because there are no structures in place.
You do what the Romans do.
And there are no structures in place. Like, I move 100 yards or a few meters, 500 meters, there is a bin. I would wait. I know that, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm taking this. I can walk 500 meters and get a bin.
Okay.
So I'll put it inside. But I can go as go means go. And there is no refuse box or anything.
But I think recently the government have initiated, the AMA has initiated something. Every 100 meters you walk, there's a bin.
I've seen
but my
that
problem
initiative.
is we don't have people to attend to the bin when it's full up.
That's a problem.
Anthony, what do you think? What is the way forward for us? Let's wrap up.
Okay.
What's the way forward?
First thing, and very important to me, is we have talkers and we have doers.
Okay.
We have people who can talk and they won't walk the talk. And we have people who talk and they walk the talk.
Okay.
What I mean is that everything that we Africans, we know we must do to let Africa rise, let's do it. Let's stop too much talking and cursing and saying words are powerful.
Yes,
saying all sort of negative things. Africa is poor, we can't make it, the whites are better than us, and then all those things. Take it away. Please root your mind out of all these negativities. We can do it. Let me borrow Barack Obama's words.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Let's do
we
it.
can. Yes,
Let's
we
do
can.
it.
Yes,
we can do that.
Yes, we can. So, guys, we wrap it up
we can
here.
do that.
Yes, we can. And my advice to you is that yes, we can. You first need to believe in yourself. You know, as they say, necessity is the mother of all invention. Let me give you one example. Just one person was able to have an idea. Now, that idea has affected a lot of people throughout the whole world, and people are even making money out of it. We have Facebook, Instagram, all these things. It's just one person who did that. So that's how powerful the mindset is. Yes, we can. See you guys next time, and thank you so much for staying tuned. And I hope and I believe you've learned a lot. Charlie, let's go out there and explore and show them what Africa got. Yes, we can.
And not a spectator.
Be a citizen, not be a spectator.
Let's do
I like
it.
that.
Let's do
See
it.
you next
Africa
time.
can
Yes,
do it.
next time I
Let's
see
do
you
it.
on my channel. But please don't forget to like, subscribe, comments on the description box below. And I'll see you in my next episode. See you guys. Peace out.